So hey beautiful people, on today's book table we have got The 6-Minute Entrepreneur by Sara Davies. 52 short lessons for long-term business and success. So I'm going to tell you what I learned from the book, how to apply it, and what I actually think about this book. For those who don't know who Sara Davies is, literally she's the lady on Dragon's Den. Now, if you watch Dragon's Den, it's where entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs go and pitch for investments to be put into their business, and then, negotiations happen over there. It's really a good platform for people who want to do business or want to get into business, who want, to get more extra capital coming into their business. She is a badass on Dragon's Den. So definitely, if you're not familiar with Dragon's Den, go and watch it. It's like The Apprentice, but in a different way, because The Apprentice is like they are starting out, whereas Dragon's Den, they already have a business and they're looking for an investment. I may be wrong, but anyway, let's get into this very book. My name is Lucy Akao, a serious self-help book reader that channels all the knowledge that I read from books, shares it with you here on the internet, and you decide what you want to do with that information. It's just my opinion. So do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this interests you so much, okay? Change of background again. Let me know what you think about it. So anyways, now, I read this book and I'm going to share with you at least 10 lessons that I have actually picked up from this book that I know would help so many of you, especially not only people aspiring into a business, but also people who actually want to learn extra knowledge. I remember some time ago, someone left a comment and I said, Lucy, give me a little bit of recommendations when it comes to business books. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to incorporate a lot of business books so that I can literally, at the end of the year, I can, niche down and tell you what top business entrepreneurship books that I've read that can actually really help you. Okay, let us get started. I've been rambling too much. So number 9. So all these lessons that I'm mentioning, just to let you know, they are not in order. They're going to be 10 lessons, but I'm telling you how the lessons are named in the book. So this particular lesson in the book is lesson 9, and in lesson 9 she says small things can make a big difference. Okay, if you want to be confident, get a good hair dryer. Essentially what she's saying, that those little things that would make a difference for you to feel good, to become more productive and confident within yourself, it's better to invest in them. Now she says she invested in a 300-pound hair dryer and you're like, oh my god. But then she said the difference that it made to her hair and her routine in the morning allowed her to be more confident with herself during the day. Now she says that it's literally getting yourself a gift that makes your work better. Okay, like maybe it may be getting a mug that keeps your coffee warmer on the go as you're going to speak to clients and you're going to speak to people, which is a really good thing. It's essentially self-investment in yourself, because she says self-investment is about the effect on your future. It's investing in yourself to ensure you are at the top of your game when it's most important. Treats are about the feeling that someone will give you, the thrill of a little reward. So essentially, small little things will make a difference for you to perform better. The key takeaways in here are making sure that you perform at your best is essential if you want to get that competitive edge. So investing in things that enable you to perform well rather than just in business can be money well spent. To conclude, the best investments are the ones that are effective but not necessarily expensive. Sometimes it's just about ensuring the basics are in place. Always ask yourself, is it a treat or is it an investment? 43. The 55-38-7 formula. Now this formula is all about how you come across when you're making business investments or when you're talking to people or anybody around you in your team. So she says, if you're a business person, this formula is what is going to serve you. Anyway, let's break it down. 7% are the words that come out of your mouth, 38% is the tone of your voice, and 55% are the things that you do not say. Hence, body language is your 55%. 7% are the things that you say. 38% is the tone of your voice, and really matters. And she gives an example. She says that on Dragon's Den, when the elevators open and whoever is coming in, young entrepreneurs are coming in, she will make sure that she keeps a smile on. She remembers in her mind that my body language says a lot of things that I haven't actually said. So it doesn't matter if the pitch is wrong, if the person is boring, or she's not going to invest in that business, she still keeps a very pleasant tone. She gave an example of one of the biggest investments that she ever done when she just started the Dragon's Den, and she got, to invest and work with, that particular business. Nobody knew who she was. It was her first time on Dragon's Den. They hadn't aired any episodes, so she was just thinking nobody would want to come on my team. However, they chose her because they liked the way she expressed herself. They liked the tone of her voice, and they liked the things that, just literally the reaction of how she was. So basically what she's saying is that you have to be very, very conscious of your body language. She says the first thing she lets go of is the resting bitch face. I suffer from the resting bitch face, so I can tell you this definitely is me. She's talking to moi when it comes to the resting bitch face. So lesson 44. Anyone for tea. Now, she says one of the policies within her companies is literally tea, making tea rounds. And she said that she had one of these people that are working in her business who are earning even more than her on a salary, that literally every single time every employer around the company felt a little bit of a tiff around him, and she wondered, why is this? You know, he's a very nice guy. Why do people feel this around him? Why do they complain about him so much? So she said, I'm going to do my study and literally study him around the office and see exactly what other people are experiencing. She realized that he never made any tea rounds. So they have this thing whereby someone goes around and makes coffee and tea for everybody else. But what that does in an environment, a working environment, it literally creates sort of a working relationship. You get to know a lot of your friends and your colleagues, you know, while doing certain things within the office, and it's not beneath anyone. So anyways, she goes to him and she says to him, you know what, why is it you don't make the tea rounds? And he was like, I don't make the tea rounds because I'm paid so much more to be making tea rounds. I don't want everyone to think that I've been paid so much to just give people coffee. And then she was like, I want you to start making coffee for everybody else. And that difference, it made so much, because it created a different environment of how people saw him and how the colleagues, you know, saw him at work. It says in the book is that when he started in the company, no one told him about the company policies and the things that they do within the company. There is a tradition that helps, you know, the working environment to be so much better. So she says here that it's about showing that we will see ourselves as a team, that we will care about each other, that we are prepared to go out of our way occasionally to do something beyond what needs to be done. Okay, working as a team. So she says, his actions said, I'm too important, so I'm above making tea. And basically she was just like, nobody is above making anything when you are in a working environment, because you all work as a team. And she says, I never assume that everyone understands your company culture. You have to continually walk the talk and be clear about what makes your company different. It's too easy to lose sight of how important the small stuff is, so keep on top of it. See the following as mantras for this. What you do is as important as what you say. Lead by example. Lesson 24. What's important is none of your business. Assumptions about your team's home lives don't play, but assumptions about your team's home lives don't pay, but being flexible about them does. Essentially, in this chapter, it's so important, because I experienced this so many times, and I wish managers did understand this. Sometimes in a workplace, I do not want to know your story. I do not want to know your life. I do not want to know what's happening within your thing, because none of your story is going to make my business run. But essentially what she's saying is that when you understand your team, you understand your members, and you see the way in which they work around, you can always do things that can make them feel comfortable in a job to even work better and go hard for your own business. At the end of the day, it's your business that is storefront, and the people working behind are the ones that actually represent your business. She gave an example about a couple. This guy really wanted to do the school runs every single morning, so he would come to work a little bit later, but he would stay in the office to the very, very, very last minute. In the beginning, she was very harsh to him, not happy with him, complaining, and was like, why can't you ask your wife to do the school run? Why do you have to do the school run? Okay. And this man, she didn't realize that those school runs meant something to him. They meant that he could spend that bit of time with his children very early in the morning. And that literally is what motivated him to perform better at work. And she said in the book that she feels so bad for having been harsh to him because of not understanding where this guy was coming from and what he was trying to sort of achieve. Then he said the wife used to go to work very earlier on, you know, than the man did, and then than the husband did, sorry, and then she finished a little bit earlier to go and do the school pickups. It worked out well. The system worked out well. They knew what their priorities were, and that actually helped the business grow. And she said that Sometimes being a boss is sometimes understanding what other people are going through. She says the attitude differentiated us from other companies. Okay. So basically what she says is that they created a system within her workplace whereby the working environment or the working policies actually favored a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people wanted to work in the company. So basically, yeah, she says that this attitude differentiated her company from other companies, and it paid dividends. She says, I have both men and women working for me who would be earning more elsewhere, but have chosen to work at her company because of the flexibility and the quality of life they can offer. And honestly speaking, the government is trying to enforce this, but I think that it shouldn't come to the point whereby the government is enforcing companies to give children and mothers, time off to actually go and spend time with their children or pick up their children. It should be a given within the company. So that was a very, very good point. I love that one. Then lesson 36, become a recruitment magpie. That's literally what she says. You often see what you need when you are not looking for. So basically she says when you go out for any meetings or when you go out to any events, when you meet different people, she says always take cards from other people, because sometimes you may not need that particular skill, but you don't know when you're going to need it. So it's better you either way take the cards for the people. And she says it's very important when you look at someone with their attitude and how they work and how they present themselves. It allows you to know if this person is someone that you can take on into your company. So she says wherever I go, I'm recruiting people, I'm watching people, I'm seeing people, and I'm seeing that person will be a great fit for my company, that person will not be a great fit for my company. So it's literally you're recruiting as you go along. She says you can teach almost anybody almost anything. They need to know to do the job, but if they don't have the right attitude, you're fighting a losing battle before you even start. It takes time to find the right people, so keep your eyes open for good candidates even when you don't have a job for them. My top tip, her top tip would be recruit for attitude, not skills. Recruit people who like, because the feeling will almost certainly be mutual. Never stop looking for people even when you don't think you need someone. So basically she says that you always have to be recruiting to find the perfect people and the perfect match for your particular business. Lesson 21, invest in yourself. Don't spend money, invest the money. So this is something that can be self-explanatory. It's literally if you're starting a business, you're doing a business, make sure that you invest more in yourself, buying things that will make your life so much better, and invest back in a business. For example, Skillshare. It's something that you can go on and learn different kind of skills, learn different things that can make the job that you want to do much more easier. Nothing is too big or too small to learn. Everything would add value to your own business. She says, when she was presenting on live shopping, because she used to do those live shopping channels, I don't know if you've watched them, but she says it's not something that is very easy, like listening in your ears and then talking and then selling, but you have to practice every single time. So she took on mentors every single time at home. She's trying her best to learn over and over again, and she says that you never have to stop learning. So she says the next time you're about to spend money on yourself, separate the parts of the decision, weigh up how it may feel to have that new thing, consider the impact it may have on your performance. So it's like for me, I keep on investing in things like lights, better cameras. I try to invest in time as well, watching a lot of videos when it comes to YouTubes and how to grow the YouTube channel and how to invest more, sort of things like that. So she says invest more in yourself in order to allow your business to grow. It's not about what you know, it's about what you do not know that makes a difference. Okay, lesson 22 is return and opportunity. And basically I can summarize this one by saying return and opportunity is something that a lot of business people say. It is literally giving back. Okay, giving back. And here she says that if you only invest on the basics of a measurable financial return, then you'll be missing out on a lot of potential opportunities. My advice is to bake some opportunity investments into your business plan, but keep the number right. There should be enough to keep life interesting, but not enough to harm your key financials. In short, choose your opportunities carefully. You still need to keep the business running. The best opportunity investments will help you grow, sometimes in unexpected ways. Okay, so basically she's saying that sometimes you invest in things, you go into things not because they're going to give you a return right now of money, but it's because by you choosing those things, giving them an opportunity, it will literally in the long run make your business run better. As long as it doesn't affect your business, it doesn't make your business go into the ground, then it is okay. Give an opportunity. She says, we often talk about return on investment, but what do we mean? In simple terms, if I invest 1,000 in buying stock and then sell that stock for 1,200, my return on investment is £200, isn't it? Or 20%. With that, she has not included the costs involved in making those sales, like wages, transportation, marketing, etc. So calculating a return on investment is financial terms is usually pretty easy, but in business you can also be faced with investments that are not purely financial. So it's like sometimes you invest not because you want to get the money back, but you know that in the long run that is going to give you money that is going to help your business grow and be better. Then lesson number 1, it's not what they give you, it's what you take. And why I'm ending with this particular lesson is that she talks about the fact that she was an intern and she did this placement, and in that placement she worked her hardest. She literally brought this business from the ground to the top, and she thought that she was leaving the company and she thought maybe she would get something to pull her back, to make her stay, but the manager was like, okay, it's done, you're gone. Yeah, you've helped the business, you've worked hard, that's it. And her parting away gift was a pen. And she says that, like I read in the chapter, she says that it's not about what you give, it's what you take. So for her, basically, she was just like, I've given so much to this company, I've brought it down from the ground to the top, and all of a sudden nothing back, and you just give me a pen. But then she said over a certain period of time, the lessons that she learned in that her placement were the things that helped her in all the other sales that she did, because she learned how to speak to customers, she learned how to relate to them, she understood the selling point, she understood the emotions and all that kind of thing. So basically what she's saying, that sometimes it's not the bigger picture, but again it's the small things that you take, what you take from something. And let me tell you something, this relates to relationships a lot. I always say that even when a breakup happens and you leave your husband, you leave your wife, and something happens, yeah, it is heartbreaking, it's bad, you wouldn't want that, you're starting again from scratch. But then she says that think about the things that you take. Think about the lessons you've learned. Something you won't do in the next relationship, something you won't relate to. You will know better, you would have learned better, and you'll be a better person. But anyways, that's what I wanted to say in terms of the book. There are over 52 lessons. I can't even read all the lessons in here, but those are some of the things I've taken out of here. So on top of the book, it says that Sara cuts through the noise to show that just 6 minutes is enough to achieve your dream, by 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐀𝐌𝐈𝐄𝐑. Now let's talk about this book. Let me tell you what I think about this book. Number 1, you know me, I hate anything to do with paper. Like paper bags like this annoy me so much. I don't understand why people still do this, because when I'm reading, it is really annoying. And I know you get so much money from the hard bags, then the other paper ones come out later, but come on, that needs to stop. I'm tired. Like I'm an advocate for this is a waste of time and space. Just print it on here, okay? All right. She talks about the aspect of reading, taking 6 minutes every day to read any of these lessons, which I totally agree with. She says, don't read everything in one go, but for the specifics of this video, we did. Read 6 minutes every day. The lessons are very short. Now, this is what takes away from the book by Simon Scribb. I reviewed that book, and that book was so heavy to read. This book is very easy to read. In terms of the lessons are very short. They're like 2 pages long, and every single time when you finish reading a lesson, there are key takeaways and also a practical thing. How does she call it? Like a practical, the task. Yeah, she has that bit that is a task, whereby you write down the things that she's asking you to write after a chapter. What am I talking about this? After every chapter, there are key takeaways, and there are also tasks that you have to do, which is a very good thing, which I really, really enjoyed. The writing style is very easy. It is very nice. Apparently, it is recommended by 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐀, and 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐂𝐋𝐀's book is very good. Nothing else here. Nobody else has written something about it. And yeah, would I recommend this book to anyone? Yes, I would definitely recommend this book to anyone. It's not big investment that you have to invest, returns, profits, anything to do with that. No. It teaches you manners. This is what this book does. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. This book teaches you business manners. Simple manners that can actually transform your business without knowing. Sometimes it's not about having the best product on the market. It's not about your product being like the top-ish product. It's literally about the small tiny things of the people that work for you, because the people that work for you can either make your business or break your business, regardless of how good your product is. Okay, so literally it's teaching you manners of how to relate with people, of how to harness your skills. For example, she says that turn customers into investments, or turn customers into people that can advertise. You know, she says it's very good when a customer talks about your business. Okay, so when you have that relationship with the customers and talking to customers and understanding what their, you know, breaking or selling point is, or yeah, that type of thing, it's very, very good for your business in a very long run. So I'm gonna end this video here, and I'm gonna say to you, I recommend this book, and I give this book a 4-star based on how it is written, the manners it teaches when it comes to business. So it's not going to teach you so many things of how to start a business, what to take care of, where to start online. No, it literally teaches you manners. And I keep saying that manners maketh a man. Okay, so that's literally it. So you can pick up this book if you want to on Amazon, but I'll link it down below, and you can decide to pick up the book. Let me know what you think about everything that I've said, because I've just spoken really, really fast. Separation of this, I need to put it back, but all in all, I'm not someone who likes paperbacks. I just love my books printed on. But Sara Davies, you did something good, the 6-minute entrepreneur, and I definitely would recommend this. So it gets a thumbs up for me. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name remains 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐀𝐌𝐈𝐄𝐑. Bye bye.